Hey folks, well, we're going to do another cold camp thing. There's supposed to be a big snowstorm blizzard thing that's coming in tonight, actually in a couple hours. I'm probably going to set up right about here. There is a fire pit that I was going to camp a little closer to, but there's a tree that's kind of hanging right in this general area that I don't really want coming down on me. We're supposed to get like 12 inches of snow. That might be enough to knock the tree down. So I'm probably going to move the four-wheeler and set up right here. Still close enough to the fire. I don't know. It's supposed to last for, I think, 28 hours of snow. And like I said, we're looking at upwards of a foot. And I don't know what the wind's supposed to be like, but I did bring a better microphone this time. Last video was kind of crappy with all the wind noise. So hopefully this one will turn out better. And hopefully we don't get buried in snow or trees. So I decided to move over just a little bit. I was going to set up right here, but there happens to be a little tree pretty close by. I'm going to try to put up a 2-meter Slim Jim antenna, and wherever it comes down to is where I'm going to kind of have the tent, so I can connect to a little handheld. Maybe we can play some radio tonight. Kind of interesting to hear how things are going out there with the blizzard coming. Now this is the total length of the antenna itself, is this. And this is where the coax starts. And I don't remember, I think there's 15 foot of coax, or actually it looks like about like 20. Then of course I have to have an adapter. That's SMA male, I think, that goes on top here. I think that's SMA male. I take this antenna off and this will plug into it. So let's see if we can get him hung up here. But as of right now, it's about an hour away when the storm gets here. It's actually coming from the south this time. They usually come from the west, moving this way. That's east. This time it's like a big swell that's coming up from underneath. So, kind of be interesting to see what we actually do get. They're still calling for 12 inches, or 11 inches, I think, something like that. You need to see. I need a weight of some sort. There are counterweights that people buy. I've never ever bought a counterweight. I've always been able to find something to tie onto the string, although counterweight would be pretty handy to have. Unless you get it stuck somewhere, then you lose your counterweight. I get this rock stuck, I really don't give a crap. That'll work. Hey. Well, that's better than just a handheld antenna. We'll see how this works out. So I've got plenty of coax. I can move back to about here, which I probably will do. There is a couple dead trees behind me. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Let's see what we can reach here. Get her threaded on here. Okay, that's a local W. This is KE8HS. This is KE8HSW testing. Okay, I can hit the digital repeater. Okay, I can hit a digital repeater too, so that's probably 25 miles away, so we're good there, I think. Got the couple local ones. Okay. So I'm gonna be trying out something a little different this time. It's a 12-volt heated blanket. It's got a high and a low setting. I've used it before on low and it's running over 12 hours, so kind of gonna be cheating a little bit, I guess. I'm sure I won't need it. That sleeping bag is more than sufficient, but it'd be kind of cool to try it out. I'll just plug it into the battery pack. Okay. The snow should be starting any minute. Still got some more stuff to get ready. I got a table to set up and some other things. I don't know that I'm gonna have a fire tonight, so I might just be doing it this way. So the snow is just now starting to come down. It's coming from this way, which is weird. That's from the north, but the storm's blowing in from the south. Mother Nature. So on the menu today is I'm gonna fry some chicken, make some mashed potatoes, and I think I got a can of vegetables. I hope I remember to bring that. I'm using this little biotite stove. It's pretty handy. Works quite well. It's kind of messy at times. I've had this thing for several years. So yeah, that's what I mean about the messy part. The ash, it's really hard to keep it clean. Now this is a plastic surface, but I think it's gonna be all right. This is the little grill that just sits down on top of it. Just like such. Aha, I did find a can of corn, though I don't have a can opener. Great. Okay, I've been using these too for a long time. There's these little chemical fire starters. They work really well. One sandwich baggie stuffed full of wood pellets. I think these are mesquite too. They might be apple. I can find my lighter. It's kind of difficult to start it with the lid on it. Okay, now I just need to wait until everything gets warmed up here. To make some instant mashed potatoes. These are awesome because they don't take milk or anything. All the crap's already in it, so you just add some water. So I'm gonna boil with this guy. And some bread. And I've got 2 individually packed chicken breasts. And of course, gotta have some of that stuff. Okay, so we just need to wait for this guy to cook down and start going. So the snow has turned into rain and everything is frozen. Everything is, well, except the tent, because I was in there. There's water everywhere. I don't know if we're gonna get any snow tonight or not. We were supposed to have a couple inches by now. It's just raining and turning to ice. Everything is icy. So I'm gonna set up a time lapse on a bridge that's just directly behind me, and we're gonna see if there's any kind of snow overnight. Who knows? Maybe everything will just be icy. Maybe nothing's gonna happen. So who knows? So the little biotite also charges batteries, but I rarely use it for that. So while I wait for everything to heat up, the fan just kicked on, but it's still got to burn off the rest of that little chemical tablet before I cook anything. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy a chilled adult beverage. I am a diabetic, so I really have to watch my carb intake, and there's carbs in beer. Alcohol turns into sugar, and sugar is bad for diabetics, type 2. I've been really good, so I'm gonna treat myself. All right. Says about 2 cups, but I have no idea what 2 cups is. That's not a 2 cups. Well, it's probably close to 2 cups. The only thing bad about this is it cooks so incredibly hot. You really have to be careful. I know people say that they have problems keeping them hot enough, but I certainly don't have that problem. Whoops, that's gross. Oh, that's wonderful. Right into my pan. Ew. Well, we're not using that pan tonight. Well, I guess I can wash it. Good as new. This is the chicken fork. Okay, so everything is about ready, I think. Yeah, we got that going. This is the chicken fork. I don't need to use it anymore. a second fork to move the chicken, but I'm also going to use that to stir the mashed potatoes. Let's see, those bad boys. I decided to use this instead of the little pan. It'll just be easier to use. There's no way. Chicken fork. Okay, we are boiling here. Here we go. I think that's probably way too much. That turned out okay. They're not too runny. Yeah, perfect. So I did wash out the gross chicken dripping pan where the junk dripped on it. And let's get this bad boy off here. Looks pretty good to me. I don't think I need both these yet. No. Easy with the carbs, diabetic. Now for a little bit of the delicious stuff here. Come on. Oh, yep. Easy does it. Okay. One piece of keto bread. Supposed to have 0 net carbs. The snow is sort of coming down. It starts and then it stops. And I don't know. Still got some time before it's here, I guess. Though it's supposed to start now and be here, and everything is supposed to be doing its thing. Okay, that looks delicious, doesn't it? Nothing like blizzard chicken. So I hope you can hear that. It's still doing the freezing and rain stuff, which is not the funnest thing in the world. I just looked outside and it's wet and stupid. I guess the snow's not coming tonight. I don't have any idea. So far, still nice and dry and toasty inside the little cod tent. So let's see if we can get somebody on the radio. It's cold, but it's not as cold as we were hoping for. Let's see if we can get somebody on here now. All right, what we got? It's Philo. Let me see. Here, let me turn the camera around. The guy I'm calling is a friend that I talk to on this repeater sometimes. He texted me earlier and told me that they're down with the sickness, and everybody's kind of having a difficult time with it. Understandably. I did text him and say, hey, I might be calling for you. I absolutely understand if he's not on, but let's try again. This is KE8HSW. You on there, bud? I'm just going to QSY. I don't know if he's even on there. He probably not. It's kind of late, and he's probably sleeping by now, understandably. I would be, too, if I wasn't in a coffin-shaped... Well, I guess it's not really a coffin shape with the dome thing, but I'll try one more time. Hey, this is KE8HSW. Last time, buddy. Are you on there? Yeah, I didn't get the beep back, so maybe I'm not making it. It beeped the first time. The courtesy tone from the repeater. So... now I gotta close out. KE8HSW QSY. It beeped that time, so I don't know. Let's try. Ooh, my battery's actually crazy low. That's kind of silly. Let's try. Let's try this one. KE8 HSW listening. Well, I guess nobody's on tonight. Yeah, that's typical. It is Sunday night. Everybody's got work tomorrow. Except for the guy that's sleeping in a tent in the sleet. It was supposed to be a snowstorm. I hope you can hear me over the hiss. Yeah, nobody's coming back. So I guess maybe we'll try again in the morning. So I've got my iPad. I'm gonna watch season 1 of Yellowstone. Yeah, look, it warmed up to 40 already, just talking just for those couple minutes. So my breath in here and my body heat is making things happen. Got the little Renogy here. I don't think we're gonna need the heating blanket tonight, so this is just gonna power this guy all night. I still got the time lapse set up over there, so that's kind of cool. I hope everybody's being safe out there tonight, but we're just gonna have to see what happens. So it is pretty cool that there is a bit of an air gap for the most part all the way around this thing, from the screen to the outside. I don't know if that shows up or not. Oh, it's been a little while. We do have some snow starting out here. I was really concerned with the tree coming down. It turns out another one just broke. Thankfully, it's not going to fall towards the tent. We're right here. There's a couple, and there's this one here is another one I was worried about, but I don't think he's going to come down. If he does, well, he's not that big. He just looks big in the camera. I hope he don't come down. That might ruin my night. This guy right here just made a big old racket, though. So this is something I wasn't expecting. My zipper was frozen after the freezing rain. It took just about everything I had to get this doggone thing up this far. And I had to kind of squeeze out. Now I'm getting snow in there. I'll zip that up in a minute. Over there's where I got the time lapse going. It's snowing. And I keep kicking this stuff off here. This is interesting. Well, folks, I survived the night. It's still coming down. There's easily a foot of snow out here. Realized one critical error. This morning, about 6 o'clock, it was still dark. I got up to kind of see what things are like. Big gust of wind came. Filled the tent with snow. That was great. But thankfully, I was able to kind of shoo it out of there. Just checked the radar, and it's supposed to keep doing this for the next couple hours. So I'm just going to leave my tent here. It's not going to get above freezing today. Tomorrow it will. So I'm going to hike on out of here. I noticed in the middle of the night that my time-lapse camera that I had set up under that table that I cooked on, I noticed that the light was out. So I haven't checked it yet. I hope the camera is okay. I don't know if the light just shorted out or if the battery died because of getting covered with snow or what. So I don't know if there's any time-lapse footage other than just a little bit when the snow started. It'd be kind of cool to see that if it went the whole time, but we'll have to check that out in a little bit. Another critical error I made is my backpack was left out in the rain that turned into ice, and now it's covered in snow. So that'll be fun to chip out. I never did get anybody on the radio. I suppose everybody was hunkered down and trying to keep warm. So in the future, I will definitely pay attention to which direction the storm's coming from. The snow's coming this way now, but it came this way and it just fluffed this whole thing up. It was pretty warm in there all night. I didn't really get cold until I got up and started moving around. I left my boots under the cot and they were super cold. I was smart enough to keep my clothes inside, but then that just takes up so much space because there's so much clothes. And I had to get dressed inside here, so that was kind of a challenge. All in all, I'd say it's fun, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. I have no idea if we're going to get any more snow this season or we're going to wait till next year. Who knows? We might get another blizzard tomorrow. Well, that's it, folks. Hope everybody's enjoying these videos. I'm enjoying making them. It's a lot of fun. I really like this. And I have to give a special thanks to my very patient wife that's letting me do this stuff. Thanks, honey. All right, folks, that's it. Thanks for watching. As always, have a good one. Keep your powder dry.